What is going on, world? What's up, everyone? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new Starcraft 2 video. This one is between two players on the WCS Pro circuit. Spawning here in the bottom right hand corner of Acid Plant LE, playing with the red Terran pieces. He's very well known in the Starcraft 2 Pro scene. His name is none other than SpeCial. And his opponent spawning in the cross position, playing with the blue Zerg pieces. He's also very well known with the Zerg pieces and in StarCraft 2 as a whole. His name is Elazer. So guys and girls, I'm very excited about this game and this series in particular that was played at the WCS in Austin. It was a best of 5 series, and of course it's a big matchup between these two players. I always love the ZvT matchup for multiple reasons. I love SpeCial's play, especially his drop play, and Elazer has some very interesting strategies that he goes for as well. So we'll have to see as this series kind of goes on what we can really expect here from both our players. But it does look like our Zerg player is going to go for that hatch gas pool opener, so very standard on his end. And then on the opposite side of the map, it looks like very standard by SpeCial. He's going to be going for that barracks into the, of course, into a second command center, the natural command center. He's also getting his orbital command out as well out of his main base. So very standard by both players. Getting a Reaper out of the barracks is going to be coming out here very shortly. But that all said, it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good by both players as far as from a standard perspective. I would love to see a macro focused game from both players. It looks like Elazer's going to go for a quick third hatchery. We're going to see a couple of queens that are going to be popping out here, and that Reaper is going to go ahead and scout that third hatchery, as well as trying to get a little bit of some scouting information, trying to get a little bit of micro in early on in this game, trying to maybe catch one of those Zerglings off guard just a little bit. But all that said and done, nothing too crazy as of yet. We see a factory that's being followed up here, as well as a reactor. So that said, guys, it looks like there's going to be a little bit of some jawing back and forth between these two players, both trying to get a little bit of a glimpse as to what the other is planning on doing here in the early stages of the game. It's very important to get that scouting information. We know this, of course, from StarCraft 2 as a whole. It really is important to get that, the proper scouting information. But nonetheless, we are seeing Elazer adding more and more queens into the mix, and really just droning up. It looks like he's really droning up right now. He wants to get a booming economy over, going for any kinds of aggression here at the early stages of the game, at least. Looks like he's going to be getting his lair as well, which is of course going to be trying to go for those higher tier lair based units. We do see the starport going down for SpeCial on the opposite side of the map. Stimpaks being researched as well. We're going to see a Viking that's going to be popping out of that starport here very shortly. A couple of Hellions are joining the mix as well. But there are a few queens out, kind of spreading some creep. So it doesn't look like any significant damage is going to be dealt as of yet. Third command center is yet to be taken. We are going to see Liberator follow up out of that starport. So we do have the Vikings are coming out. And now there's Liberators. More and more of these Hellions are being added as well. Looks like that factory is going to land onto the tech lab. We have the barracks going onto the reactor. Third command center is going to be constructed at this point as well. And we are seeing a Nidus network. Okay, so very interesting. Elazer's going to go for the Nidus network, and I love this. This is going to be very interesting. A lot of people say that the Nidus network is extremely overpowered right now, which, it's hard to argue that if it's executed properly. So we're going to have to see if this is going to be something that ends up happening very, very soon. Now, we are going to see, though, I wonder where he's going to try to place, I wonder where Elazer is going to try to place this Nidus worm Going to be very interesting, but it does seem like SpeCial may think that something is up and not right, and he is starting to move across the map here. Now we are seeing this Overseer is going to start moving out. This is where it's going to get interesting, though, because here we go. This Liberator is going to have free range of all these units, at least at this point. And it does look like some of those units are starting to pop out here as Elazer is going to try. Okay, the Nidus Worm is going to go into the main base location, but this is very interesting because SpeCial is kind of like on top of this right now. He is seeing exactly what's going on, and here we go. The Nidus Worm is going to be coming out here very, very shortly, and here we go. There's a lot of units that are starting to pop out here. The Queens as well as the Roaches, and SpeCial's pulling all those SCVs off the line. Is there going to be enough here for him to hold on just a little while longer? The Raven is being target fired down. And here we go, the Queens are in that main base location. All the amount of damage that's being dealt right now. There is so much damage. The question is can SpeCial hold on just a little bit longer? There is a counterattack in the main base location of Elazer, but I just don't know. Is there going to be enough here? So many Queens are doing a ton of damage, killing so many SCVs right now. I don't know. Can SpeCial hold on much longer? These SCVs are just going down in bunches. Oh my god, what the devastation of the Swarm right now. Now that said, it's not quite over just yet, but I mean, it is just so much damage was being dealt there. But the same can be said on the opposite side of the map. There is like not very many drones left whatsoever, so it looks like that Nidus Worm is going to be used, or the Nidus Network is going to be used once again. So the question is who really has the advantage? Elazer's supply has absolutely plummeted as well because of the counterattack by SpeCial, who is just frying so many SCVs. Absolutely brilliant play here by SpeCial, keeping himself in the game, at least at the time being. And when you look at the supplies of both players, I mean, they're very close right now. And this is the best friend for a Terran player, the Mule. Mules will just help really bring back a lot of lost mining time and kind of help SpeCial work his way back into the game. So that said, wow, what an intense engagement that was, to say the least, between these two players. But as I said, this game is certainly not over just yet. We're seeing more and more Marines as well as siege tanks kind of being added onto the mix. We do have a Liberator that is out as well. And it looks like right now both players are actually, you know, as we're approaching that 8-minute mark, both players are kind of, you know, trying to regroup and get their, of course, their economies back up to where they were. Start kind of building up a little bit of a force once again. We're starting to see Roaches coming out for Elazer. But very interesting. I mean, what an insane engagement that was. So much damage was dealt. But at the same time, SpeCial, what's keeping him in this game seems to be the Mules, man. I mean, those Mules are just helping him so much right now, and it looks like SpeCial's going to start moving out. And you know, when I look at this, there's not a lot of army here for Elazer. He doesn't have a very big army, and SpeCial's moving across the map right here and right now. It's like he is absolutely ready to take this fight to him. But like I said, there's just not that much out. There is a lot of Terran units with only a few of these Ravagers that are going to be here. Now, more and more Roaches are starting to pop out. But I don't know. This is starting to look a little bit scary for none other than Elazer. We're going to have to see here very shortly if this is going to be a good engagement for SpeCial. I think it's going to be. He's got a lot of units that are going to be able to start moving on to creep here. And here we go. It does look like SpeCial feels like he can take this fight to his opponent. Not really certain if he wants to fully commit, because more and more Queens are starting to be added to the mix. But I gotta say, there is still there's still a decent amount of units here for SpeCial. He's trying to get these siege tanks placed and sieged up in really good locations. Here comes the Liberator, so you gotta be very careful of those Liberator zones. And all these units are gonna start being hit by, of course, none other than these Roaches. But at the same time, GG is called, and SpeCial somehow, some way, takes game number 1 after a very terrifying Nidus Worm push by Elazer. I hope you guys did enjoy this game, between SpeCial and Elazer. And if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I'll talk to you guys all in the next one. Peace.